The Dail has voted to opt into EU Asylum and Migration Pact by a margin of 79 votes to 72. The pact was debated in the House both this week and last. The government had argued that Ireland must look across the European Union for solutions to rising levels of migration rather than isolate itself. In March, Minister for Justice Helen McEntee announced that Ireland would opt into the pact, which will introduce legally binding processing times for international protection applications. It will also require a substantial increase in the number of staff processing applications, the building of new accommodation centers, enhanced border security, and an increase in the collection of fingerprints. So, in as much as the island is planning to, they have voted now to adopt the EU Migration Pact. It means too that they have a whole lot of work to do in a sense of employing more staffs to process people's applications. They have to build new accommodation centers, yes, which they require a whole lot of money to do. And in as much as they are building these new accommodations for these asylum seekers, they should not forget the 14,000 Irish people that are having accommodation issues. They should equally endeavor to build accommodations for these Irish people so that them too can get accommodation, because when Irish people who are having accommodation problem are seeing you building accommodation for asylum seekers, you don't expect them to be happy. That is the truth. And it equally means that they have to introduce legal binding process times for international protection applications, and they have to increase their border security, which means they have to employ more personnel to control their borders, buy new equipment, update their equipment to be up to date, and they need more staffs to be able to collect for the collection of fingerprints. However, the pact has proved controversial, with the critics claiming that it is heavily handled. Sinn Féin has said Ireland must opt out of the majority of its provision, otherwise the hands of the future Irish governments will be tied. MC McEntee welcomed the Dail vote. So it means that they have to take a critical decision on this matter at this moment, because if not, in nearby future, Irish government's hands will be tied, which they will not want. This is the best way forward for Ireland and Europe to deal with migration issues together, with faster processing of applications, stronger border security, and fast returns. So that is to say that Ireland want to be processing people's applications very faster, which is even good for Ireland and for the people themselves. They want stronger border security, which means they have to update their systems, they have to employ more security personnel at the border and all that, and they want faster returns. That is to say that in future, Ireland will be deporting people very fast as well, because if they are processing people's applications very faster, then the people that are being denied can equally be easily or fast, they can deport them very fast back to their home country. Ms. McEntee said the pact will take time to implement, but Ireland, we are not waiting and have already introduced improvements to our system. So their justice minister is saying that it will take time for them to implement all this, but they are not waiting. They have already introduced improvements to their system, which is good. That is already a good start. We must protect those who need it, saying that they have to protect those who really have the chance of getting asylum in their country, where they are fleeing from war or persecution, but also be able to easily return people with no entitlement to be here, she added. So it means that people that don't have chance of getting asylum in Ireland, they are equally planning to deport them as fast as possible.